And welcome back to the 2017 FBI Classic, the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic, hosted here at Dorman High School in Dorman Arena. And it doesn't take us long to get our first points of this contest, courtesy of Nate Hinton of Gaston Day. He's certainly a player to keep an eye on. Is Nate Hinton one of the top prospects in the state of North Carolina? For Gaston Day, the backdoor cut, the lay is complete, and so is the layup for Eric Molds, the 6'2 senior guard. Ties us up at 2 apiece, Nation Ford versus Gaston Day. Game 1 just concluded moments ago. Peachtree Ridge out of Georgia got a victory over Northwood Temple out of North Carolina. So North Carolina trying to go 1-1. In a good position to do so here early on. Demalad Adelicon scored on the other end for Gaston Day, but Nation Ford gets a bucket to even it up at 4 apiece. Both teams playing here in this early game. Talked about it in game 1, which tipped off at 10 a.m. Even though these players are in great shape, are used to early morning workouts and things of that nature, you usually don't have games that start this early unless it's holiday hoops time or it's travel basketball season. So sometimes it takes teams longer than others to be able to get their legs going and get loose. I don't think we're going to have that problem with Gaston Day and Nation Ford, especially if the start is any indication. And last bucket was scored by number 10, Quan McClooney, another senior here for Gaston Day. Up and under, that one left just short. It's going to be last touch by Nation Ford, so that one will go over to Gaston Day. Last year's record, 14-10 for the Nation Ford Falcons. Gaston Day finished at 23-4. Elbow jumper, no good. Attacking the defensive glass and getting the rebound there was Kydarius Smith for Nation Ford. Floater in and out. Offensive rebound, they'll get another crack at it. Jumper along the baseline, falling away, and a foul on the play. So a foul will send number 32 to the free throw line for Nation Ford. Number 32, Shamon Alston. So Alston makes it 5-6. And on their first free throw, second one is in and out. Second one in and out, and a dunk on the other end by MJ Armstrong. So that'll make it 8-5. Initiating the contact there, unable to get it to go was Molds. Ball still being tipped around. Mid-range J just short there for Austin. So 8-5. It was Gaston Day that struck first. Nation Ford has followed suit. The dangers of jumping in the air to pass the ball is stolen. Euro, and the finish with the left on the other end. A nice play there for Nation Ford's number 5, Zeb Graham. Great footwork there in order to set up the nice left-hand layup and make it 7-8. So 7-8. Here's Hinton. Hinton absorbing the contact, and we'll head to the free throw line. So Nate Hinton, he got the first 2 points of the game. Now he'll have a trip to the line as we take a look at that Zeb Graham play. You see him had the defender on his left hip. He uses the Euro to create the space that he needed to finish that one with the left hand. 4:35 left to play here in the first quarter. (10-7). Zeb Graham up top, being guarded by Hinton. Pass inside, good defense there by Gaston Day as they cut that off quickly. Didn't even give Kydarius Smith a chance to kind of catch that one in stride and lay it up. Ball movement results in a top of the key three, though, for the Falcons of Nation Ford. Alston with the triple. Gaston Day answers right back, 10-12. Doesn't look like we'll have a shortage of offense here in this one. Nearly turned over, upgrade that nearly to fact. As Zeb Graham unable to keep that one in bounds. So a turnover there. Gaston Day has a substitution. Checking into the game for his first action, number 21, John Crump. Alley and the oop. Number 1, MJ Armstrong. If you're an MJ and you can dunk, you're in pretty good company. They're on the hardwood. Armstrong with the deuce. Now they're off to the races. Drops it off to Crump. Crump cannot get his first points, but he's got to follow reinforcements there in MJ Armstrong, and they're going to call offensive interference. I thought that one had actually come off the rim. Let's see if we have time to get a quick replay in of that alley-oop. And we'll have to come back to it. Don't want you to miss any points being scored or any action, so we'll come back to that one. Sticking with it. Persistence pays off. On the inside there for Nation Ford, 16-12. I have 16-12. Official score clock has 14-12. So check the discrepancy there at halftime. Shot miss. Kydarius Smith attacking the offensive glass. He can't get it. Spin move and the roll. Zeb Graham has certainly brought his offense to Dorman Arena here as we have tied the game up at 14 apiece. Hinton kicks it out to MJ Armstrong, who's showing you that it's not just an aerial assault. As far as his ability to dunk the ball, he splashes the triple to make it 17-14. So MJ Armstrong with a couple impressive plays here over the past few minutes. We'll take a look at the alley-oop from moments ago as you see Hinton passing that one from the volleyball line, MJ Armstrong doing the rest. Those guys, great chemistry, used to playing with each other, know where each other will be. And also that's just a nice play design there by head coach Trent McAllister. Coming under the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Kick to the top of the key. Three-pointer is nailed by number 14, Ja'Kai Belton. Belton wasn't even in the game for a full 30 seconds before he comes in and makes his presence felt. This triple makes it 20-14 now in favor of Gaston Day. I think Gaston Day, Nate Hinton and company early on, they've set the tone that, hey, we're going to be here and look to put some points on the board. And Nation Ford responded early on. We'll see if they can continue to score with Gaston Day. Here's McClooney. McClooney, shot contested, good defense, better offense. As he splashes the baby jumper to make it 14-22. 8-point lead for Gaston Day. SWAT team, that one's blocked. If there was a foul on that play, it must have been on the follow-through because it looked pretty clean up top. So headed to the free throw line. 24, Malik Bryant. So we're under the minute mark here in the first quarter. 7-point lead for Gaston Day. Headed to the line, Darius Smith. 16-22. After that Smith free throw. 3 from the corner. MJ Armstrong is feeling it today, ladies and gentlemen. 25-16. As he should already be in double digits here in the first quarter. Foul called on the play. Looked like pretty good defense. From where I sit, Malik Bryant will head to the free throw line. Looked like Bryant sort of initiated the contact with the shoulder there. Not that a foul should have been called on him. I think it was just a good, strong move. But not sure what Gaston Day could have done differently on defense there on that play. Coming up on the final 20 seconds of the quarter, we'll see if Gaston Day holds for the last shot here. And so that is going to do it for the first quarter. It's 17-25 in favor of Gaston Day. We'll be back with more Farm Bureau Insurance Classic here from Dorman Arena in Roebuck, South Carolina. We're in Roebuck. MJ Armstrong shot that one from downtown Spartanburg. We'll be back with more here on SUV TV.
Safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There's no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Moments away from getting the second quarter started here at the 2017 Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. Appreciate you joining us for 3 great days of basketball. 4 if you count yesterday's 3-point and dunk contest festivities, which is always a nice way to sort of kick off the FBI Classic each year. Give teams a chance to sort of get used to the arena, shooting here, in addition to the walk-arounds and the shooting times that they have scheduled. Just a nice chance for guys to kind of get loose and enjoy the time a little bit right before we start tournament play that next day. So here we are. Jumper just inside the elbow. Shot missed. On the offensive glass, the hard work pays off there for number 32, Demalad Adelican. 10-point game. Nate Hinton looking to add to it, pushing the other way. It's laid up on the other end by number 10, Quan McClooney. Might have gotten away with a walk there, but hey, Malik Bryant gets the deuce. checking in for Nation Ford will be number 22. That's Cade Chatham. Chatham, the 5'11 junior, getting his first action for the day. Cade comes right in and checks in from the three-point line. They can get 22 to 29. The double team comes, so the big fella gets rid of it. And getting a trip to the line after hanging in the air just long enough to get some contact there is Quan McClooney.
His first, second team foul on the line for Gaston Day, number 10, Quan McClooney.
McClooney good on the first free throw.
Number 3, Kadarius Smith.
So McClooney will split the free throws. We've got an 8-point game. Driving along the baseline, good hesitation, and then the lay. Solid work by Eric Moulds. Did a great job of just reading the situation there. He didn't predetermine I'm driving here or predetermine I'm going to dump it off. Just hesitated for a second and took what the defense gave him. Demalade gets another lay-in. You saw Moulds take what the defense gave him on one end. You really seen Demalade early on really just taking what he wants in terms of rebounds on both ends. That one's blocked, but we're going to have a foul on the play that will send Nate Hinton to the free throw line.
Fouls on number 3, Kadarius Smith for Nation Ford. His first, third team foul on the line for Gaston Day, number 2, Nate Hinton.
Hinton's good on his first free throw. Misses the second. So a 9-point lead for Gaston Day. That triple won't go. Hinton trying to turn defense into offense, but getting back in transition is Nation Ford. Sagged under that three-point line a little bit too much. Gave Hinton a good look, but he couldn't get it to go. Now here's Moulds the other way. And he will head to the line. Eric Moulds doing a great job with his role as table setter here for Nation Ford. In addition to setting other guys up, has picked his spots. And been able to score the ball here in the first half as well. Gets the bounce there on that free throw. So 26-33 after Moulds leaves the free throw line. Looks like we'll see a little bit of a 2-3 zone look now from Nation Ford. And a traveling violation going to go against Gaston Day. Ball poked away, but we've got some contact on the play. Foul go against Ja'Kai Belton of Gaston Day. Belton, 5'10 junior. Moulds looking to inbound. It gets it to a cutting Kadarius Smith, who gets the hoop and the harm. And one for Smith. pulls Nation forward to within 5 points as we are under the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Shot fake. Kydarius Smith is right there waiting on the shot. Blocks it. And we're going to have an offensive foul. So foul goes against Quan McClooney. Foul goes against Quan McClooney there, as McClooney was trying to gather and go up strong after Kydarius Smith had just rejected the last shot. Official calls a foul as the whistles have definitely tightened up here over the past minute or so. So a 4-point game is the officials have definitely kept control of the game here over the past few minutes. And not to say the game was out of order to need that, but you've seen a couple fouls in the gray area. Fouls that can go either way in terms of being no calls or just letting them play. Been called fouls here over the past few possessions. So we'll see how both teams adjust. On rebound, no good. MJ Armstrong. He's got Nate Hinton running with him. Nate Hinton with the slam. So we'll have a timeout on the play. We're going to take a timeout with them. Thanks for joining us here for the FBI Classic here on SUV TV as Nate Hinton gets the slam and makes it a 30-35 ball game in favor of Gaston Day.
All right, Brett. Now, if you want to get people pumped about insurance, you gotta smile. All right? Okay. Give it a try.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com.
And smile.
I am smiling.
A grin? Like a happy face.
This?
Yes, but like complete opposite of all of that.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
So a 30-35 ball game as we resume play out of the timeout, coming up on the 3-minute mark. Nice ball movement. Kydarius Smith lost it momentarily, but ends up being fouled on the play, and a lucky break there for Nation Ford Hoops. Usually when one of your interior players loses that ball below his knees or below his waist, down in the territory where the guards are waiting to be opportunistic and take advantage of it, you usually don't get a chance to bring that thing back above your waist and score it. Luckily for Smith, he's able to grab it, get it up quickly, and earn a trip to the charity stripe. He gets the first free throw. Pulls Nation forward to within 4 points. Splits the pair of free throws. And certain elements of this game have the feel that the previous game did with Peachtree Ridge between Northwood Temple. Peachtree Ridge did a great job defensively coming out and really limiting the productivity of Nickelberry, as you see that nice sky for the lay-in by Malik Bryant. Bryant, the 6'2 junior, takes off. Could have easily flushed that one if he turns his wrist over. Not a complaint, just saying he was that high as far as skying to score that one. Got to be nice to just be in the air, have the luxury of just dropping it in or slamming it. Good problem to have. Here's MJ Armstrong. That one a little too strong, won't stay down. 33-35, here comes Nation Ford. Chance to tie it up or take the lead with a triple. Zeb Graham stepping through, maybe a little too much dribbling. Nate Hinton's behind the defense, but it was poked away. Picked up by Malik Bryant, who will head to the free throw line. Well, was referring to last game because it was a game that Peachtree Ridge ended up winning. It was pretty much a wire-to-wire win, but you had instances where you look up and you saw that even though Peachtree Ridge played as well as they did, Northwood Temple stayed in striking distance. They stayed within 6 to 8 points, even though they really played, I'd say, when you look at their normal margins as far as what Nickelberry and Ian Steer are able to do, they probably played at about 60 to 70% in terms of the normal scoring that those guys normally do. But they were still 4 to 6 points with them being able to close that gap. And here I think Gaston Day has gotten off to a good start. And Nation Ford matched them early on, but Nation Ford was stagnant for a little bit on offense earlier on in the second quarter, but they have rebounded nicely in order to tie this game up and now have a chance to actually take a lead. Nate Hinton battles inside, and he'll go to the free throw line again. He's done a good job of scoring early, but also getting to the line early. Makes the first. And splits the pair of free throws. Gaston Day currently with a 1-point lead. Nice ball moving by Nation Ford. A baseline drive. It's Eric Moulds. Unable to get another baseline drive to go, but Kydarius Smith. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic, and he has been very insurance-like. When you look at the coverage he's provided on the offensive glass and even on the defensive side of things for Nation Ford. His play could be the poster boy of sorts. With the insurance he's provided on both ends here at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. Hinton hesitates now. He'll drive. Gets that one to go. Nate Hinton. They did a good job defensively, but Hinton better offense. Three-pointer, Zeb Graham, no good. Now Hinton rebounding on the defensive end, looking to push. Set up the pull-up, but then Bryant goes for the steal and gets called for the foul.
Also number 24, Malik Bryant, for Gaston Day's first 15th foul. In the game for Nation Ford, number 14, Ben Tupalutu.
So 37 to 38 ball game. On the floor for Gaston Day, Nate Hinton, who's throwing the ball in. Quan McClooney. Number 30 checking in. Dylan Bauer. Number 14, Ja'Kai Belton. Also number 4 for Gaston Day, Ty Owens on the floor. For Nation Ford at the line there, number 5, Zeb Graham. Number 3, Kydarius Smith. Number 14, Ben Tuapolotu. Number 2, Eric Moulds. And number 32, Shaman Austin on the floor for the Falcons. We're tied up at 38 apiece. Here as we are under the minute mark here in the second quarter. Hinton over to Armstrong. Armstrong to McClooney. McClooney puts that one far in his left hand and try to protect it from the shot blocker and Kydarius Smith. Eric Moulds gets called for the reach-in. That'll be his second foul.
On the line, number 10 for Gaston Day, Quan McClooney.
And McClooney short on the first free throw.
For Nation Ford, number
Checking in for Nation Ford, number 4. Drew Wiki. As Eric Modes, a player that Nation Ford cannot afford to be without in the second half. He picked up his second foul. And Coach Jared Adamson was sure to pull him out. I don't blame him. You don't want any chances of him picking up a third foul here in the final 30 seconds or so of the first half. Nation Ford holding for the last shot here. Shamon Austin with it. Three from the Dorman Cavaliers logo is no good. So that is going to do it for the first half here at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. We're tied at 38 apiece. We'll be back with more 2017 FBI Classic after this quick break.
Okay, Brett, with Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
You guys cover all kinds of stuff, right?
Sure do.
Tractors?
Yep.
RVs, SUVs, ATVs, boats, the gunslinger.
Absolutely. Wait, what is the gunslinger?
Want to ride?
Yes.
Favorites.com from Farm Bureau.
And welcome back here to beautiful Dorman Arena for day one, game two, here at the 2017 Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. Appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV, a 38-38 ball game. For those that might have missed the first half, Gaston Day got off to a good start, but Nation Ford got off to just as good of a start as both teams traded back-to-back buckets there in the opening minutes. From then, Gaston Day threatened to pull away, leading by a 3 to 5 point stretch. But Nation Ford just kept responding. They kept responding. So neither team really giving either an opportunity to expand the lead there in the first half. So should make for some good basketball here in the third and fourth quarters as Quan McClooney has it, kicks it out. Good close out there by Nation Ford. Skip pass over to Nate Hinton. Hinton, step back jumper, tough shot along the baseline, in and out. Rebound by Darius Smith, who's just been eating glass there, rebounding the basketball inside. He's got 10 rebounds. That was his 11th, actually. He had 10 in the first half. That's his 11th rebound here so far in the contest for Darius Smith. MJ Armstrong off the mark on the triple. Offensive board, and it looks like it's going to be lost out of bounds. Last touch by Gaston Day. So leading scorers on both sides, Nate Hinton and MJ Armstrong both had 10 points apiece for Gaston Day there in the first half. Leading scorer for Nation Ford was Darius Smith with 9 points. Actually, he and Malik Bryant were tied with 9 points. This big fella, the Malade Adelakun, gets a deuce inside. But not to be outdone, Nation Ford answers right back. Talked about both teams playing the 11:30 a.m. time slot. You wonder how long it'll take guys to get loose and really get going. And you, just judging by the first couple minutes of this game, the way things started, you think that they were a 5 p.m. or a regular 7:30 p.m. game versus an early morning game. Players prepare to play at any time, but naturally you're going to be a little bit warmer. There are some of those later games in the early ones, but neither one of these teams showing any ill effects. We'll have a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. When we get back, we'll bring you more FBI Classic here on SUV TV.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Coming out of the timeout, a bucket scored by number 2, Eric Molds for Nation Ford. Shows you exactly why Coach sat him down after picking up that second foul with about a minute to go there in the second quarter. Definitely a heady player that I think is going to avoid picking up fouls that put him in jeopardy of fouling out, but Coach just taking the extra precaution. He's that vital to this Nation Ford offense. McClooney gathers in traffic and gets that one to go up off the window. Quan McClooney. McClooney with 7 points in the, actually 7 points, 4 rebounds there in the first half. Now 9 points on the game. Nation Ford answers back with a triple. Hinton lost it momentarily, gathers, flips it up and in, won't go. And we're going to have a trip to the free throw line coming up here for Quan McClooney.
Foul on number 14 for Nation Ford. The absolute is 7. 16 fouls.
Nation Ford shot more free throws than Gaston Day there in the first half. 9 more free throws, 19-10. Gaston Day with a couple trips already here in the third quarter.
In the game for Nation Ford, number 24. Malik Bryant.
Malik Bryant checks back in for Nation Ford. Bryant with 9 points. 2 of 2 from the field. Also was able to get to the free throw line and knock down 5 free throws was Malik Bryant. So a nice little compliment to Eric Moulds as far as guards that can attack there on the dribble drive for Nation Ford, but also finish. Zeb Graham, another guy to keep an eye on. Finished with 7 first half points. Hitting the deck, there is the aforementioned Graham. Shot no good, still tipping the ball around, and it's going to be brought down by McClooney. Clooney wheeling and dealing inside. Nice defense by Smith. Arm straight up. Kept the concept of verticality going there, but McClooney just hitting a tough shot. 44-45. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Baseline cut off and an offensive foul going to go against Zeb Graham right there, and that's how you cut a baseline off. That's Quan McClooney really sealing off that baseline, got there to where the only way to get there was to either go through him or to step out of bounds. You saw what happened, and you see why it's on the other end. Gaston Day with the ball, currently trailing by 1. Armstrong to Hinton. Hinton, a great gathering finish there, even with Kydarius Smith in the vicinity. And that's a nice play by Hinton because you not only have to go up quickly, but you have to go up with strength to be able to finish inside against Kydarius Smith. As you saw Hinton get that, didn't really waste any time. A lot of times you see an unnecessary dribble there. I think that dribble really kind of helped him gather and go up strong. That shot might have been tipped. You have a jump ball, possession arrow. Like possession arrow will keep it with Nation Ford. Checking back in for Gaston Day will be number 4, Ty Owens. Creeping in the back door there, had a layup, couldn't get it to go, but Kydarius Smith with another offensive rebound. Fouled and will head to the line. A good look there initially for Tui Pelotu. Smith with the lefty free throw off the mark. It's great calling games and nice venues, even though the on-court aspect is the biggest focus. The digs that you call a game in can also help. Like to enjoy the different facilities. Broadcasting an event in Atlanta at Wheeler High School, the Wildcat Arena, one of the best venues in the state. Hard to one-up that arena, but Dorman Arena does just that. Great place to watch and broadcast basketball. And we appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV for this year's event. 45-46, a 1-point advantage for Gaston Day. It's a safe assumption that that will not be the last lead change we have here in this contest. 38-38 at halftime. It's been a close contest. There's Zeb Graham with it up top. Looking to go to work. A lot of dribbling. Just beyond the free throw line. Can't get that shot to go. Ball poked away. Picked up by Nation Ford. And it's going to be a layup on the other end for Shaman Alston. Power dribble and a power play inside for Quan McClooney. He's putting together a nice third quarter. One-point game in favor of Gaston Day. Austin gets called for the foul, coming up on the 2-minute mark. bit of jawing going on between Gaston Day's number 14, Ja'Kai Belton, and number 32, Shaman Austin. Guys are talking. You never know, they could be comparing the temperatures over the 3-day forecast here in Spartanburg over the next couple days. Probably chatting about something along those lines. 1 point lead for Gaston Day. This definitely appears to be the type of game to where the team with the ball last could easily end up winning it. 3 from the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, another rebound for Kydarius Smith. You've had some impressive rebounders grace the Dorman Arena with their presence over the years. And I think Kydarius Smith is going to go down in their company by the time this event is all said and done. Quan McClooney answers on the other end, 50-49. Back and forth we go. 3-pointer, top of the key, Zeb Graham. Let's go. 52-50. It's at a point to where now I'm just sort of expecting both teams to score. Right back, right on cue. Quan McClooney, the jump hook. Tied at 52 apiece. Will the streak continue? Malik Bryant has the baseline cut off. Extra pass made. Graham, is he feeling it? Heat check. Kicks off the back of the rim. Long rebound. Going to be picked up in the hands of MJ Armstrong. No, that's McClooney. And one. A weight room finish by Quan McClooney, who's in double digits scoring for the quarter and is making it happen right now for Gaston Day. As you see him, you know there's going to be a challenge at the rim, so McClooney just braces himself, hangs, eats the contact, and finishes. And one. Puts Gaston Day up 54-52. Make it a 3-point lead after he gets the free throw to splash through. Who says the mid-range is a lost start? Not in Shaman Austin's eyes. He splashes that one through, 54-55. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll take that timeout with them, 55-54. Great basketball here at the 2017 Farm Bureau Insurance Classic.
I just love being a leader.
Because I like to punish people.
I think the big thing is just taking the right shot.
Just to embarrass people.
I'm a beast.
Do my thing whenever I'm putting on someone's neck.
My adults will be the best in 4 years.
Welcome back to Dorman Arena, 55-54. Now in favor of Gaston Day. Final seconds here in the third quarter. Elevating is Quan McClooney. He misses that shot. Haven't really been able to say that a ton here in the third quarter as Quan McClooney didn't miss much. So I hate to take another pause in the basketball action, but that will do it for the third quarter. On the bright side of things, with the way these two teams have played, we know we're in for a good fourth. We'll be back at the FBI Classic.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Fourth quarter underway. Gaston Day with a 1-point advantage here over Nation Ford. Gaston Day out of North Carolina. Nation Ford, one of multiple Palmetto State teams here in this year's event. Floater along the baseline. Flipped up and in for Quan McClooney. Lead now pushed to 3 for Gaston Day. Trying to add to it is Hinton. Hinton weaving through defenders. Left side to the right side. A lay-in for Nate Hinton. Puts Gaston Day up by 5. Fall away jumper off the mark. Rebound by Hinton, and he's just going to say if Nation Ford is not going to stop ball consistently, I will continue to rebound and push it coast to coast. Is what Nate Hinton has done all game. He's really helped establish pace for Gaston Day, and you've seen players like Quan McClooney, MJ Armstrong pick up and follow suit. Somebody just has to be committed to it. You look at a player like Kydarius Smith, who's been committed to getting back and always being there to challenge and try to contest shots. But this talented guard core for Nation Ford, when you look at Moulds, Zeb Graham, Bryant when he's in the game, Austin, they have to do a better job stopping ball when a solid rebounding guard like Nate Hinton gets the rebound and is looking to push. A much-needed response there by Nation Ford as they get the and one. Score the front end, now headed to the free throw line. Number 14, Ben Tuipulotu. So he'll make it 56-60, 57-60, adding that free throw. Baseline drive, hanging in the air, the acrobatic finish, courtesy of MJ Armstrong. Hinton over to Armstrong, no good. Smith with the rebound. So there's a prime example. You look at what Ben Tuipulotu get that out of here, that one blocked. But back to what Ben did defensively, he stopped ball and cut Nate Hinton off once he got close to the three-point line there for Gaston Day. Now while Hinton was able to find a wide open Armstrong for a three, that Armstrong ended up eventually missing, at least you required that extra pass. It wasn't just an easy transition bucket or trip to the free throw line for Gaston Day. You have to minimize those if you're Nation Ford over the next few minutes. A wide open look at three, in and out. Armstrong coming the other way. Now in the hands of Hinton. Back to Armstrong. Takes it right at Kydarius Smith for the and one. Not an easy task by any stretch of the imagination. With the way that Smith has defended, I will say over the past couple minutes, I think Smith could use a breather. He's played a lot of minutes here so far in this game, and it looks like he is going to have a seat, get a chance to catch his breath. That rest for Smith probably could have come a little earlier, but I mean, you tell me at what point throughout the third or fourth quarter has been a quote-unquote good time to be able to sit down your best rebounder, as well as a guy that can do a lot for you on both ends. Hinton with the steal and the slam. Nate Hinton enjoying his time in Spartanburg so far. Long rebound in the hands of Hinton. Hinton drops it off. Layup drill for Quan McClooney. Gaston Day's rolling. And that is going to prompt a timeout. You've been watching the past few minutes. You can definitely understand why. Gaston Day is riding on the wings of Nate Hinton, who's having a heck of a day here at the 2017 Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. The steal and the jam on the other end. We'll be right back.
if you want to get people pumped about insurance, you gotta get a smile. All right? Okay. Give it a try.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com.
And smile.
I am smiling.
A grin? Like a happy face.
This?
Yes, but like complete opposite of all of that.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
$57-69. It is a 12-point game in favor of Gaston Day. Quan McClooney and Nate Hinton, two Gaston Day players that had their fingerprints all over a good portion of that third quarter as well as the fourth. Skip pass. Getting the bounce there on the three-pointer, Shaman Austin. So Austin with a timely bucket there as they pull to within 9 points. Coney with an 11-point lead for Gaston Day after his most recent deuce. Solid second half for Quan McClooney. Hinton. Another impressive finish. Holds the hand up and takes a look at it after laying that one in. Nate Hinton just having fun. He is having fun, and as a byproduct of all the fun he's having, we get a chance to just sit back and watch. Check out your FBI Classic Instant Replay. As you see him use the defender's momentum against him, slows it up, the little dipsy-do for the lay-in. Lazy pass, stolen on one end, and able to convert that one while falling down. Ben Tuipulotu. Nice play there by Tuipulotu, makes it 62-73. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged, but Gaston Day still keeps it in bounds. Timeout on the floor by Gaston Day. We'll step away for a quick second. 62-73 in favor of Gaston Day. coming out of the timeout. 11-point lead for Gaston Day. Shot missed, but it's going to be tipped in by the big fella, Demolade Adelakun. Lead now 13 for Gaston Day. Gaston Day here in this Founders Federal Credit Union bracket. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Burns-Georgetown prep game that takes place at 2:30 p.m. Threes off the mark. Turnover. Smith picks it up. Now looking for a guard to get it to. Ben over to Zeb Graham. Graham gets the step after the quick between the legs dribble. Lays it up and in. It's an 11-point game. Leaves the defender. That's just a quick move, and that's the big fella Adelakun. I mean, you're really putting him on an island when you ask him to guard Zeb Graham. Graham took advantage of getting the big man caught in the switch there. So you look at the remaining schedule for today. After this contest, our next game will tip off at 1 p.m. That one will feature, pull up that bracket here for you. That one is going to feature Spartanburg taking on Newton as another Georgia team will take the floor. Georgia is currently 1-0 here at this year's FBI Classic, with Peachtree Ridge coming and getting the victory over Northwood Temple earlier today. Newton and Ashton Hagans, after recently committing to Georgia, will take the floor here in Spartanburg. Newton, a returning champion from last year's event.
On the line, number 1 for Gaston Day, MJ Armstrong.
So it's a 64-77 ball game. Gaston Day really in a position to where, I know this is basketball instead of football, but they're in a position to just sort of run victory formation, take care of the basketball, don't get caught sleeping at the wheel, and they can just hold on to this opening round win. Time is certainly on their side. For Nation Ford to get this win, they would definitely need some Gaston Day help. So Smith headed to the free throw line.
In the game for Gaston Day, number 4, Ty Owens for Nation Ford, number 24, Malik Barton. On the line for Nation Ford, number 3, Darius Smith.
Pass ahead. Now here's MJ Armstrong. Took his time for a second. Ends up blowing the bunny. Here's Austin. Got it to a trailing Malik Bryant now over to Graham. Graham hangs in the air and is going to get a trip to the free throw line. So Nation Ford still not out of it. And now Gaston Day has to find that happy medium between not rushing things, playing like they have a lead and that the clock is on their side, but also not slowing it up to a point to where it just makes things a little bit more complicated than necessary. You saw in that last play, MJ Armstrong, he had a lane to the right, just one defender to beat. He slowed it up to run more clock, and then when he tried to turn it back on, ends up blowing the layup as another defender came into the picture. So, you know, you want to take care of the ball, you want to be smart, but you also want to make sure you just focus on winning versus playing hold-on ball and finding yourself in a tough position if Nation Ford is able to get a turnover, a couple points or two. So 69-77.
Also number 10, Von Clooney. Check that number 10, Nation Ford. Foul was on number 3. Darius Smith is 4th. On the line, number 10, Von Clooney. Fouls on number 1, MJ Armstrong for Gaston Day. It's his second. On the line, number 24, Malik Bryant for Nation Ford.
First free throw won't go. And teams almost got caught sleeping as it was the 1-and-1, so the ball's live after that first miss. Floater won't stay down. Ball tipped around. And we'll see who it was touched by last. So we'll have more free throws coming up for Gaston Day.
On the line for Gaston Day, number 10, Von Clooney.
(69-81). Nearly stolen. Ball is saved and thrown off of the leg of Nation Ford, so it'll be Gaston Day's ball. Looks like Nation Ford is not going to foul anymore here. A solid game for Nate Hinton. He scored the first points of the game for Gaston Day. It was very instrumental in that last flurry that put this game out of reach. Thanks for watching the FBI Classic on SUV TV. We'll be back with more coverage after this quick break.